Like father, like son is a cliche statement that expresses the meaning that children share many similarities with their parents, not just in terms of their looks, but even the way they behave, think, and react. We have the son of Piccolo, Gohan, and Superboy, the son of Superman. We all know what this battle may or may not resemble. I can't end this debate once and for all, but what I can do is rewind rumble. Some of you might be scratching your heads on why I called Gohan Piccolo's son. And yes, obviously he is Goku's son, but not including Piccolo's influence on him growing up would be like doing a Batman analysis without telling you that Batman's parents are dead. But Gohan isn't the only child with two dads. Superboy also has two dads, for he is the hybrid clone of Superman and Lex Luthor. And speaking of hybrids, Gohan is also technically a hybrid, since he is half human and half Saiyan. These two might actually have more similarities than both Goku and Superman have for each other. Being the first hybrid between a human and a Saiyan, Gohan's potential to gain power is significantly greater than any pure-blood Saiyan. Though it is fair to point out that Gohan is probably the only Saiyan that does not show a common lust for battle. However, when he is forced to fight, he shows special interest in protecting his family and friends. Like his father Goku, Gohan has a pure and gentle heart. Also like his father, he has a typical Saiyan appetite. Besides concerning himself with his family and school, Gohan has a strong attachment with his mentor Piccolo. Piccolo was forced to train Gohan after the death of Goku. At first, the relationship with Piccolo was a frightening one, but after just 1 year, Piccolo himself even admitted to changing because of the friendship that he developed with Gohan, and he even sacrifices himself to save Gohan. Superboy is also half alien and half human, but he was born in a laboratory, not conceived in a bedroom. Him being born in a lab raises the one question: who do we know someone that constantly tries to achieve the Hero of Hope's power, whether it be through technology, genetic enhancements, or sometimes even both? That's right, Megamind. He's always trying to be on the same level as Metro Man. Oh, you guys want me to talk about the other bold super genius villain, Lex Luthor? Well, yes, Lex Luthor did fund a number of very secret projects, but Project KR, the project that led to Superboy, was not his first attempt at this. There have been many projects like Project Cadmus, Project Match, that really tried to complete the incomplete DNA sequences required to achieve success in such a thing. Lex finally figured out that he needed human DNA to fill the gaps, and of course he put himself on top of the list to donate and fill those genetic gaps. When Superboy, aka Connor Kent or Con-El, was born, he was kept in a containment pod along with 3 genomes who telepathically controlled him and educated him with the knowledge of a boy roughly about the age of 16. Superboy would have been a great tool for Lex and a great tool for evil, but thanks to the likes of Aqualad, Robin, and Kid Flash, they were able to liberate Superboy and free him from his prison. So both sons grew up with little to no time with their genetic fathers, and both sons ended up on fighting squads. Gohan is a member of the Z Fighters, and Superboy is a member of Young Justice, which is more accurately known as the Team. Now you know a brief history of these two growing up, but what could they actually do? As a partial genetic clone of Superman, Superboy has most of the physical abilities of a Kryptonian who has absorbed the solar energy of a yellow sun. However, due to the human DNA supplied by Lex, he lacks more advanced powers of long-term flight and heat vision. In addition, his existing powers are considerably inferior to that of Superman's. Like Superman, Superboy is nearly indestructible. This invincibility allows him to rush into dangerous scenes with little care on what actually might happen to him. Out of all his teammates, Superboy has taken the most punishment from their missions and displayed the least amount of injury. He also has super hearing, microscopic vision, and telescopic vision. Like most members of the Z Fighters, Gohan can fly, manipulate ki, power into a Super Saiyan, fire ki blast, perform the iconic Kamehameha, and of course is a well-trained martial artist. One of Gohan's signature moves is the Masenko, which is his primary beam technique. He learned this technique from his mentor Piccolo. Gohan also has experience with wearing flashy capes, hiding his identity, and playing the classic Boy Scout comic book hero role. His alter ego, the Great Saiyaman, was first born when Gohan transformed into a Super Saiyan in order to disguise himself as he fought some bank robbers on the morning to his first day of school. The Great Saiyaman not only helped out with protecting the streets, it accidentally helped Gohan get his foot in the door with Videl, who is currently in a relationship with him. Both of these characters are quite powerful in their own rights, but they are not without their weaknesses. Gohan can't breathe in space, and while Superboy can, Superboy lacks some specific abilities that Superman has. Superboy, of course, is weak to kryptonite, and without yellow or blue sunlight, his power can deplete. And now, let's set ourselves a circumstance. Let's do humanity a favor and keep these two as far away as possible from populated zones, preferably a desert. No preparation, these guys won't use it anyway, at least not against each other. And one super important thing that I can't make clear enough, this animation you're about to see is not a simulation. There's going to be forms and crazy things that aren't factored into the research. Once that circumstance bar has finally loaded, it's time to rewind rumble. Hopefully you enjoyed that animation, and if you did, super special thanks to Team Animation Rewind, Spino. Also, special thanks to BTL Video Productions and Richard Cora Kenobi for the research and notes for this episode. Thanks, and enjoy the post-analysis. Our winner is Gohan, and if I have to be honest, I would feel kinda bad comparing each and every one of Superboy's stats to Gohan's. And to be fair, this was exclusively Young Justice Superboy. I'm very sorry that this is the weakest Superboy, but before researching this in complete depth, this version of Superboy had the best sprite resources and the best connections to Gohan. By the time we figured that it was a stomp, it was too late to start over and to try and buff up Superboy. The stat stomp is so wide, I'm better off just laying out the intangibles instead, because that alone should explain why Gohan wins. So let's do that. First and foremost, Gohan can fly and Superboy can't. This will severely limit Superboy's mobility, and Gohan will most certainly always have an option to keep a safe distance from him. Another important intangible is that Gohan being a hybrid is a good thing, while Superboy being a hybrid is a deterrent. Since Gohan is half human and half Saiyan, his power potential is way more efficient than pure blood Saiyans. Because Superboy is half Kryptonian and half human, his potential as a full Kryptonian is limited due to having human DNA. Some other important things to note is that Superboy is technically 6 years old. Sure, he has the physical body of a 16-year-old, but he has only been alive mathematically for 6 years, which means his experience is extremely detrimentally low compared to Gohan, who has been fighting for decades. The stat advantage is so miserably in Gohan's favor, all I really need to tell you is that Gohan casually kept up with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and it took Goku to go all the way to Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 10 in order to win the fight against Gohan. If that doesn't scream Gohan raffle-stomping Superboy, then nothing will, making the winner of this battle, Gohan. Now if you want to see a rematch between Gohan and Superboy Prime, all you have to do is like this video. If this video gets 4,000 likes, such a rematch will be put into production. Don't forget to comment down your own ideas, don't forget to download the free Animation Rewind apps, and stay tuned as the next fighters are going to be revealed. On the next episode of Rewind Rumble.